For today's video, I'll be covering a big upcoming patch for Girls Frontline 2, Exilium, which includes a new limited time event. Get 94 premium pulls, 2,100 collapse pieces, a free new outfit, Siberian slide, and plenty of materials by doing the whole event. We will start with a brief introduction to the game, talk about the content of the events, and finally, a beginner's guide on structuring Belka and Andoris' electric teams. Girls Frontline 2. Exilium is the official sequel to the mobile game Girls Frontline. It is a brand new 3D strategy RPG available for both mobile devices and PC. The core gameplay focuses on turn-based tactics while incorporating collection and RPG elements. You will take on the commander role and lead tactical dolls through contaminated zones, battling enemies and overcoming obstacles during missions. As you progress in the game, more types of game modes become available. Aside from the strategic gameplay, one of its main features is its dormitory, where you can interact with your dolls, improving your intimacy with them. This would also increase their stats and give you extra rewards. GFL2 features a non-photorealistic rendering art style based on a physically based rendering technology. All dolls have a very high-quality design, along with extremely detailed outfits. If you're a new player, a ton of free rewards are waiting for you, such as up to 120 pulls by logging in and completing missions. You can start downloading now by clicking the link on the video description. Now let's talk about the new major event, Interstice of Reminiscence. This event is split into two parts which releases on September 4th and September 25th. It will feature stories that will introduce Belka, Andoris, and Jiang Yu individually. Get 94 premium pulls, 2,100 collapse pieces, a free new outfit, Siberian slide, and plenty of materials by doing the whole event. Just to be clear, targeted access permissions are premium tickets for the game's gacha system. Collapse pieces is the game's premium currency, and 2,100 collapse pieces is equivalent to 14 premium pulls. As soon as the patch is live, there will be a rate-up event for both Belka and Andoris. Their banners will last till September 24th. Currently, there's only one electric doll in the game, but with the arrival of both Belka and Andoris, commanders can finally build their electric teams and experience a new playstyle. As usual, there will be raid-up banners for both Belka and Andoris' signature weapons, Sylvan Elf and Aglaya. New doll outfits and weapon outfits also become available. For outfits, there's Belka's Enchanting Imp and Chengju's Pinnacle of Virtue offered with a limited-time discount. Emerald Edge also becomes available with a limited-time discount. It features green and gold as its main colors, along with ornate dragon engravings. It is the perfect complement to Chengju's Pinnacle of Virtue. For accessories, Sharkry's swimsuit will get interchangeable accessories. A new boss will be featured in the Gunsmoke Frontline mode, Chaos. It is weak to hydro and electric damage, and dolls with these elements will be buffed. Make sure to prepare the right dolls to exploit this weakness, Commander. To make sure you don't miss out on any rewards, you can follow their version calendar, which shows the timeline and rewards you can get within specific dates. They also posted this on their Twitter, link to it on the video description. The newly added Battle Pass is also limited to this version and is time limited. There are a lot of amazing rewards, so make sure to get everything to kickstart your account. To help you as a new player, I prepared this special guide for Belka and Andoris' electric teams with the help of a CN veteran named Snows. As mentioned earlier, the introduction of Belka and Andoris allows you to form an electric team, although just partially. Currently, electric teams aren't complete yet since many of the core pieces for any investment level aren't out yet. However, electric mechanics are some of the strongest in the game from a theoretical perspective, since it has things like 60% final damage bonus and massive stability damage. It has a very promising future, but is held back by its restrictive roster. The most important thing to know when it comes to Belka and Andoris is abusing their core mechanic, which is the positive and negative charge. Electric teams also centers around another mechanic called overstab damage, but requires a doll in the future being Leva, so I won't cover that in this quick guide. Positive Charge is a buff that heals 20% of your doll's HP at the end of an action. This is the method of electric dolls to heal themselves instead of traditional healing. The most important thing to note is that Positive Charge gives a damage bonus to electric dolls when they hit a target inflicted with negative charge. It is also a general buff requirement for a lot of electric dolls. In Andoris' case, for example, she shares 45% of the damage her allies take who have the buff, while also giving out positive and negative charges. Negative charge is a debuff you inflict on enemies that deals a percentage of the damage dealt as fixed damage whenever you deal precision or single target damage to all targets with negative charge. The base value of negative charge is 30%. So if you dealt 10,000 damage, you get an extra 3,000 from negative charge. As mentioned earlier, it also deals the fixed damage to all enemies with negative charge, making electric teams good at dealing pseudo-AoE damage. This allows them to kill non-priority targets while focusing on priority targets. Negative charge is basically Belka's gimmick, since she mostly does single target damage and inflicts enemies with negative charge herself. Here's an example of a low-investment electric team. Or rather, a dual-element team by pairing with fire element dolls. As mentioned earlier, electric teams right now are incomplete due to the lack of certain dolls. The team consists of Belka, Andoris, Chungju, Vector, and Sharkri. The team is focused at dealing single target damage, which is good for general content and fighting bosses. There's great synergy between Andoris, Belka, and Chungju, where both electric dolls can maximize Chungju's support attacks through Andoris' turrets, and Belka doing 2 to 3 instances of precision attacks per round. The investment level is low because Belka is great all around at V0. V stands for vertebrae, which is also known as the fortification level of a doll. V0 means no duplicates. Andoris is also fully functional at V0. One of the power spike for this team is getting Chungju to V3. This is relatively easier to do since Chungju is a standard banner doll. Now let's look at an electric team with a relatively higher investment. The team consists of Belka, Andoris, Mosin Nagant, Chungju, and Vector. I might sound like a broken record at this point, but again, electric team is just incomplete at the moment, so you'll have to settle with a dual-element setup. Similar to the team setup earlier, it is centered around dealing single-target damage to abuse positive and negative charges. The reason why it requires heavy investment is due to the fact that it requires Mosin Nagant to be at least V4, which allows her to start dealing full electric damage. To reach her maximum potential, she will need her V6. Do note that Mosin Nagant is at least a standard banner doll. Since we're on the topic of investments, Belka gets a significant improvement at V3. It is a given that electric teams will perform well against enemies that are weak to the electric element, or modes like Gunsmoke, which boosts specific elements on rotations. Although there aren't specific stages where electric or any other element excels at, all game content is fairly accessible by any element. However, electric has access to paralysis, which is a very good crowd control. Abusing this feature could help you in progression, especially in challenging content in the future. The large amount of fixed damage through negative charges can be pretty handy when there are challenges that could block traditional damage output. I hope that this quick guide allows you to enjoy the brand new featured dolls. Remember that Interstice of Reminiscence is a major patch. This version has a ton of exclusive benefits. Free premium pulls, free premium currencies, free outfits, and resources to help you progress. This is a good chance to play the game and claim everything. And that wraps it up. You can download the game right now through the link in the video description. Use the version calendar so you can see which event is currently available and which rewards can be claimed. Not missing a single thing should help you kickstart your account. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.